Hello, in this video I'll show you how to manipulate screens in App Inventor. I'll show you how to copy screens, for example copy screen 1 to author screen, how to rename screen, for example rename author screen to catalog screen, and finally I'll show you how to change the order of screens, for example making another screen to be initial screen or the screen 1. Alright, so let's get started. So if you notice here I have an app, it's called Book Inventory. In this Book Inventory I only have one screen. I'm going to copy this screen and its associated blocks into author screen as mentioned here. So let's see how this is done. So go to my projects, you select the project that you want to copy the screens and export the project. Once exported, just drop it into a temporary folder. So here's the temporary folder that I have. Since I had it already downloaded, it came up as Book Inventory 2. I'm just going to change the name to the original one. Alright, open this archive file using 7-zip, which is a free archiving tool. Do not extract it, just open it. Go to Source, App Inventor, the name of your email, and then the name of your app. You'll notice the screens there. Highlight them all, drag and drop it into the temporary folder. So we said that we want to change this to author screen. So change the name to whatever screen name that you want. Make sure that you have the same name for all three files. So I'm just doing a copy and I'll do a paste. Okay. Next you need to change the content of that. So highlight the tree, right mouse button, and open it using a text editor. I prefer the Notepad++ and I recommend using that. So you'll notice that the three screens are opened here. We start from the first one and we want to search for the initial screen name that we had, which was screen 1. Make sure make sure the match case is on. Go to the replace and we want to change everything that's screen 1 and we want to change it to the same name that we had specified here as the file name. Do a replace all. It says that there are 2 occurrences were updated. In your case might be different. Click in the file and save it. Go to the next screen. Do the same thing, replace all. 1 occurrence changed. Save, go to the next one and replace all. 19 occurrences in the YAL file. And then save it. You close the screens, you have to close them. And that's all we had to do. Now notice that we didn't close our 7-zip. Now I highlight the 3 screens, that the new screens, drag and drop them into the 7-zip utility. If it's asked for confirmation, just say yes, the screens are added. Now you can close the 7-zip. Because we don't want to overwrite the existing file, I'm going to rename this app. I'm going to name it to Book Inventory 3. And now we are going to import it into App Inventor. So back to App Inventor, project, import project, choose file, and we're going to point to our new app. Open it, confirm. You'll notice that it's loaded now, and if I click on the screen 1, you'll notice that now I have 2 screens here. Screen 1 and screen 2, which are basically a duplicate of each other, and it has all the blocks in there too. So this was the first part for copying screen. If you want to rename the screen, it's very easy. So all you have to do, basically go through the same process. I'm going to delete my old files that I had here in the temporary folder. So let's say that we want to rename this author screen. So you have to go back to my projects, make sure that your app is highlighted, and export the project. Once exported, you drop it into your temporary folder. Use the 7-zip to open it. You keep it open. Source, App Inventor, your email, book inventory tree, and we said that we want to rename these three files. You drag and drop it into your temporary folder. Back to our PowerPoint, we said that we want to change from author screen to catalog screen. Rename each of these files. You notice I'm doing copy pasting because I don't want to make a mistake. Then you need to highlight the three files, open it with your text editor, which is Notepad++. Again, I suggest Notepad++. And you want to change the name. So you want to look for the old name, which in my case was author's screen. And you want to change it to catalog screen. Make sure the match case is on, replace all. 19 changes, save, go to the next one, replace all, save, and then the last one, replace all, save, close from your text editor, go back, because in this case we want to rename it. We are going to delete the old files from our archive. So I'm hitting the delete key, delete the tree, and I will take those three new ones and I just drop it into my archive. So the files are renamed at this time. One thing to note is that if your screen one is actually opening up the author screen, you have to make sure, you have to drag this out, and you have to make sure that any place that is referenced to the old name, you have to change it to the catalog screen. So I'm going to close the 7-zip. I'm going to rename my AIA file to be book inventory 4, and now I'm going to go back to App Inventor, my projects, and project, import project, choose file, and this time I'm going to select the new rename file, book inventory 4. It's loaded, and now you see that I have screen 1 and catalog screen. So this was how to rename it. The last part that we had in there was basically how you're going to change the order of screens. In order to do that, basically you use the steps 1 and 2. What you have, rename screen 1 to something like screen X. Once that's done, you rename the new screen to screen 1, and then rename screen X to, for example, last screen.